All right, let's get it.
Years ago, the city of Portland, Oregon, suffered through 100 consecutive days of rioting, looting, burning, and attacks on federal buildings, federal agents. If you listen to the legacy media mob or Democrats,
Look at
they
that.
called them mostly peaceful.
That's arson, bro. Are they trying to say that that was peaceful protesting? Burning a mattress in the street.
Peaceful. Radical leftists, they're at it
crazy.
again, staging loud, violent, zany nightly protests outside the ICE office in Portland, dressing up like chickens, burning MAGA hats. I'm having a hard time understanding this new Democratic Party.
It's arson.
Nearby
It's illegal in every state.
Sleep, and that things get violent every night. Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons, he's been on the show, shared some insight into what his agents are facing in Portland nightly. Take a look.
But we're out there every night battling, people that are bringing sticks, bats, shields, throwing their own CS grenades at us. So it's not a peaceful situation. It's not First Amendment.
No, the minute you start throwing rocks and lighting stuff on fire, oh, big surprise, it's not peaceful protesting.
Cracking down, mobilizing the National Guard to protect the ICE agents and protect federal property. The left, of course, they're in total freakout mode. A lawsuit has already been filed. Protests, more of them are planned. And some new protest tactics are being offered up by the left. One Portland City Councilwoman telling fellow leftists they should buy burner phones, wear masks to avoid being held accountable for their insane attacks on law enforcement. And remember what this is all about. These leftists, they are protesting the removal of illegal immigrants from our country. People like the former superintendent of all public schools in Des Moines, Iowa, who was an illegal from Ghana with a criminal record, several fake guns.
That's kind of what blows my mind right there. Is like, how do you allow somebody like that with a criminal background to become a superintendent over schools? That's insane. On top of being illegally here, like that's
a degree. Despite
now, he wasn't originally illegally here, but the fact that he still had a criminal background, like that's crazy.
Democrats continue to demonize the entire agency. Did they forget what happened in Dallas? Take a look.
And then you have the Supreme Court.
Bro, this lady is the biggest negative to this entire thing. She cannot. I do not know if she's going to get reelected. I'm going to be honest. Like, this lady is crazy.
Two decisions on the local level, the state level in California around racial profiling of Latinos, which we refer to here as the hunting of Latinos, that has created a blanket of fear around.
You know what creates a blanket of fear? Whenever you use words and phrases in a way to incite violence and death. Like hunting. No one's being shot and killed. Why are you using the word hunting? See, that's kind of insane. That's an insane way to phrase something that like just hearing that immediate, it's just so hypocritical. Like just saying that,
the city, and has had detrimental impacts to our economy.
If you've got an economy built off of illegal immigration and underage immigrant labor, we don't deserve to be as industrial. We don't deserve to have the economy that we have. Because if you build a society on the backs of illegal immigrants and you throw over their head, if you don't work 10, 13, 14 hours a day, and you don't work for the pennies on the dollar that they're being paid with no health insurance and no coverage, then we're going to deport you because you're here illegally? That's not a way to live.
Court decisions, and then the Supreme Court basically gave a green light to racial profiling. They are trying to dial us back to the 1940s, and that is a tragedy for the American.
But they're just getting rid of the people that are here illegally. They're here illegally. They cross the border illegally.
People.
And breaking tonight, Apple has just removed the app Ice Block from
the App Store. They need to use that app to find illegal immigrants.
Now, the program allowed users to post the location of ICE agents, which, as the Attorney General Pam Bondi pointed out, put them in serious danger. Her discussions with Apple got that app removed. Here with reaction.
Well, that's what happened with that guy that shot and killed those. Oh, actually, he shot and killed one and seriously wounded two other illegals that were held at an ICE facility. So, like,
President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, how would Apple get away with doxing agents and contributing to an atmosphere of putting agents and law enforcement in
I'm
danger?
surprised they were allowed to keep it around as long as they did,
Like that.
honestly.
I mean, they shouldn't, and I think they took it down because what Pam Bondi said, they're going to investigate these people who put these apps up, because it puts law enforcement at great risk. People need to remember, ISIS, they're not just out arresting illegal aliens.
They're regular people that have decided to go and join ICE because they're patriots in some way, shape, or form. They feel like they're doing the right thing. And they joined because of all the amazing benefits that ICE has. ICE has so many amazing benefits. Like, it put firefighter benefits kind of to shame whenever I read them. I was like, holy crap.
I look at the numbers every morning. 70%, 7 out of every 10 are criminals. And the other 30% include national security threats.
Why do you think they're here? Why do you think the illegal immigrants moved here? It's because they're criminals in their own country. They can't get a job anywhere, so they left their country.
Give anybody a heads up that ICE is working right now on 14th Street and Broadway. If you're a criminal in that area, there's going to be that population, that percentage is going to prepare for ICE to come. And someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get killed. They gave a heads up to the bad guy. Someone's about to knock at your door. So I'm glad Pam Bondi's stepping up. DOJ's investigating this heavily. I think that's why the app went down, because they're looking at criminal investigation.
They should. They should absolutely look at a criminal investigation. It's wrong.
Jurisdiction, but California Governor Mr. Sanctuary State himself signed a bill that would prevent or prohibit ICE agents from putting on masks, but he does not apply the law to the very armed people that guard him, California Highway Patrol. Your reaction to that, and what is your message to Gavin about what the danger he's putting these agents in? Does he bear responsibility?
Well, he absolutely does, and good luck with that. The law requiring ICE not to wear masks. I think federal law always trumps any state law, and it's ridiculous. I said it before. You ought to be calling President Trump and thanking President Trump for making his state much safer. As far as Karen Bass a few minutes ago, she obviously doesn't know how to read. What the Supreme Court stood up for is reasonable suspicion. Officers develop reasonable suspicion before they make an arrest, and that's a myriad of different factors they consider to have enough cause, reasonable suspicion, to temporarily detain and question somebody. That's what the Supreme Court upheld. That's been in statute for decades. So it has nothing to do with racial profiling. Matter of fact, someone's race can't be considered as the only factor to cause reasonable suspicion. So obviously she can't read. She's lying to her constituents what ICE is doing.
They're all lying. That's the thing. Like, that's how they keep the nightmare fueled. That's how they keep this going. That's the only reason why this keeps going, is because instead of, even for a minute, speaking the truth about any of this, they're going to continue to sit there and say, no, this is a violation of rights, this is that. And the deflection from it just kind of, if you actually watch her talk about some of the stuff, just like from that little clip that was at the beginning, you can hear her say, well, all this violence, and then immediately use violent rhetoric to justify what she's doing. And it's like, you do realize how you sound, right? Like, you must know how you sound. Like, at this point, I don't know if she actually believes what she's saying or if she's doing it for money. I really don't. I don't know.
And again, 70% are criminals. And not only that, ICE has arrested people from 180 different countries. Now, I think there's like 195 sovereign nations. We arrested people from Asian countries, from European countries, from
that Hyundai plant that had like 475 workers that somehow they had no idea, because, I don't know how you have 475 workers working at the plant on location. Someone was like, oh, well, they work, they were like contracted under there and da-da-da. Nah, bitch, they was working at the plant. They were at the plant.
Countries. So we're arresting people from 180 different countries. This isn't about hunting Latinos. That's a disgusting remark.
Okay, let's talk about
Latinos. They've arrested a lot of people from a lot of countries that were here illegally.
Never-ending refrain of racist.
The only people that are boiling this down to Hispanic people are people that are trying to justify this as a racial thing. The amount of mental gymnastics these people are doing just to justify this, it's just insanity. It's actual insanity.
Nazi, fascist, Gestapo, on and on and on.
Gotta stop
Do
this
you
rhetoric,
believe
dude. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. The fact that this is still even allowed to go on, and the fact that they haven't brought the U.S. Army down to these states that are allowing these riots to take place and put these people in custody, especially the mayors of these places, and charge them with treason is beyond me. Because I couldn't be the United States president right now, because I could only imagine that he must be fuming in the Oval Office right now because of these few states that just don't want to fall in line. It's 4 years. Like, it's insane. It's 4 years. And then you could get another person, instead of advocating for all this death and violence, just deal with it for 4 years. And then instead of making things worse for yourself, you could, take a step back, rally together, figure out a different point of view that will be better at lowering prices, helping the average American, other than trying to excite more violence and death. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid.